Frankie Rod here again. Gonna try to see if I can help you guys. I'm gonna try and button up my video here, or my tutorial of the set that I've already posted. See if I can finish you guys up here. I figured out how to access the front camera. So the only problem with this is trying to focus on what I want to show you guys. So let's see how this turns out. Okay. These are some more tools I end up having to go and buy. Here we've got, I picked all this stuff up from Harbor Freight for less than 30 bucks. And then this is something I had sitting around. So what I end up doing is using this thing here to clamp onto, to hold this thing a little more still. I did not showing you everything I did. I ended up fighting with this thing here for quite some time. So see if I can get a little closer view. This was the thing that gave me so much fit right here. That spring there. Getting this spring pushed up far enough to get this hook to catch it. I showed you a little bit more on a previous video. So that was, I ended up hooking this spring up here up and getting this, forced it around to kind of hold it on there. Then it kept popping back this way. So then what I ended up doing was taking this thing here and clamping it up here in a way to get it out of my way, but yet to hold this thing kind of steady from moving around on me. So the issue was trying to get enough strength to grip the spring, if you can even see the thing here, to grip this spring here, to push it up far enough to get this part to come around. It only works with just exactly the right amount of clearance, and you have to push the spring all the way up far enough to get it in. The problem I ran into with every tool I worked with was that they kept hitting the spot right here. I hope you can see that. I'll have to review this video, make sure I don't have to redo it over. So this part right here was in the way. I needed to get past that to get all the way up in there, so that would go up past this little area here on the shoe, and for this to go down, drop low enough to grab that. That's what holds these on. This is your biggest problem with this whole braking system, is that spring and that retainer right there. I looked everywhere for tools, tried everything, as you saw the other tools that I laid out in the other video. Nothing worked for me, although I got everything together more than once with them. I just ended up fighting on one spring for like 2.5 to 3 hours, and I just ran out of strength. When I bought this tool, I figured I have something long enough that I can actually hang on to it. Of course, you got to put a rag around the end so when you push up you don't hurt your hands, but where I could actually hang on to the thing back here and get enough force to force it in. This is still not the tool designed for it, but I made it work. So I was able to get it up in there to get that in, but it was, as you can see, I bought a whole bunch of things. I thought this one would work. I bought this from Harbor Freight. Feels good, great in your hands. The thing's junk. It was more expensive than the other ones, these two, and I thought it would be nicer because it felt good. Well, the tolerances in these things are made in Taiwan, that they just wobbled, and the jaws went back and forth. It's just sloppily made. I'm going to probably either take this back or make it just a shop tool just to have it. It was only this was $6.99. This was $4.99. That was $5.99. This was $9.99. So anyway, so back to the tutorial here. So this is how this goes on here. I was going to show you guys. Let's see if I can actually make it where you can see it. This spring here, this one goes on to that part there. It's pretty simple. Then this thing here goes in, as you can see, that right there. It goes in right there. Then you push it up like that. And then you grab this spring, and you can do it with one hand, as you can see. That's in place. That's all you need there. Now that I have the rest of the system back together, and now I'm back on the passenger side because I ended up getting the driver's side back together after fighting with that spring that I'd mentioned, that I told you guys about. Now, and I showed you with this pin here, after I took the nut off the back, I got it loose enough to wiggle this loose and move that out of my way a little bit to get this spring on that side. So now we're dealing with, now we got the cable here, and I've already went over this on a previous video. This is just the emergency brake cable, and it goes around that there. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try to put this on. So I've got this, let me see if I can lean this up against something here so you can see what I'm doing. Now remember, this only is supposed to go on, it will go on two ways, but it's supposed to go on one way. Make sure you remember the direction of the teeth. The teeth are what catch on this little item right here. So that tells me that it goes this way. Yeah, I remember where it goes anyway, but make sure I'm telling you correctly here. So you just move this out of your way. That there, you have to pull this out. Get that to line up in there. And remember, there's like a little cross on here, so that way it catches that. That way you can adjust them. These are what adjust when you pull your emergency brake. That pulls these apart. So I do have this get together correctly now. Now this spring goes on. So now this is the direction this spring goes on here. Actually goes like this. And I need to move this one out of the way so I can hook this. I'm just going to pick a pair here. Something to hold it. Just enough to get it to grab it there. And there you go. It actually probably should be on one more. Needs to be a little tighter than that. Let's go back. Stick that off of there. Let's go ahead and try to put it on the farthest hole here. Get a little more tension on it. And then this one will go on the farthest hole. This is what makes it a little bit harder. Don't try to take the easy way because it won't be right. There we go. That one's on there. And here's this spring here. If I recall correctly. Came off. There we go. This is an easy part here. This just hooks right on there like that. And there you have it. So there you go. And when you go to put your drum back over the shoes, if it's too tight, then you just come back here and you loosen this back up to draw the shoes back in, and you should be good to go. Thanks for watching again. I hope that somehow all this together, if you run across this situation, it helps you out, or maybe you can help someone else out. If you have any suggestions to make my job easier, maybe you've got a little more experience and you can help me out, maybe you can throw something in the comments. And any tools, I did look up some tools. I drove around all over the place, all over the whole Central California coastal area, San Jose, Salinas, everywhere. And I did find that there are some tools out there. They all would have to order them. I'd have to drive back to pick them up. So I'm just going to find another way to get to them. There are some tools that are designed specifically for that spring. Maybe if I find, I can post in the comments, and no need to. I'm not sure if the comments will show pictures, because I do have pictures, but I don't have a way to post them on the video. So anyway, this is it. That's how the thing's put together there. You can see this is what gave me all the fit. All right. Again, I'm Frankie Rod, and thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions or problems, go ahead and feel free to message me here, and maybe there's something I can do to help you guys out. If not, maybe there's something you can do to help me out. We all help each other out in this. Thank you guys.